The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Who's praying today? You praying, bitch?
I'm praying, bitch. Dear Beelzebub, thank you so much for allowing me to hang out with such beautiful, wonderful people that I love with all of my soul and all of my heart. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to work on the greatest podcast of all time, the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Your boobs are certainly grand. Your breasts are certainly fantastic. And I enjoy everything about your succulent morsels. Ladies and gentlemen, amen.
Amen. That
It
might have
was
been
nice.
the first genuine prayer.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Who is everybody on this podcast?
Jackie Zebrowski. Yonk.
I love you, Jackie.
Oinky, oink.
Ooh, don't be turning me on.
Ed Larson.
Holden McNeely.
Kevin Barnett.
I'm the very good prayer, Ben Kissel, and with us in the Chuckle Hut is the fantastic James Adomian. Hello, James.
Hi, how are you, darling?
Good, James. And with us, as always, the newsman, Marcus Parks. Marcus,
Post-op James.
he's doing well. He looks fantastic.
Post-op pre-rest of my life.
He's a real Chaz no-no. All right. Marcus Parks with the news. What do you got for us, buddy?
It took nearly 2 decades, but the guilt of murder finally became too much for Travell Coleman. Wednesday night, after years of living with the burden, Coleman, 36, walked into the 25th precinct and shockingly confessed to the very cold case, sources say. The career criminal, once signed to superstar rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs' record label, was just 18 when he fatally shot a Queens man outside an East Harlem housing project in 1993. Ben, why did he do it? Why did he confess?
Because
This is why you guys went over it right before the show so you would know things.
Why are you starting to throw it to me?
Yeah, that's...
But you know I'll tell the answer.
listening.
Ben's been talking to me about this all weekend.
Yeah.
The guy apparently was in a 12-step rehab program for booze.
Yeah, that's
and then,
why.
one of the 12 steps was find forgiveness, and so he confessed to the murder, went immediately to jail.
Apparently they didn't forgive him.
That's so stupid.
15 years to life. Jesus Christ, what an idiot. The only
the thing.
evidence against this dude is his own word.
Just
it's
keep
pathetic.
drinking. It'll be fine.
Keep drinking. This is why AA destroys lives.
Once again, a scam.
AA is disgusting. What a fucking moron. Who would confess to murder? The thing is, he didn't know that he murdered the guy. He walked in just thinking he shot somebody. And then they're like, oh,
Because
yeah,
he
that
was
dude.
drunk?
Because he was drunk. He was 18, having a good time. Who doesn't shoot somebody when they're 18 having a good time? That's what you do.
Yeah, I did. People. No, we've all shot somebody.
We've all shot somebody.
We've all shot someone.
And it's a fun thing to do, and then this poor bastard gets convinced by some fat former alcoholic who no longer has a job. You know, these AA meetings. They're disgusting.
Very familiar.
Everybody smokes cigarettes, and all they talk about is when they used to get fucked up. They're the most depressing people of all time. Our good friend Dave, big-time listener, he was in AA 6 months. And you know what? He got insanely depressed. Now he's drinking beer again. So welcome back, Dave. Welcome back to the good side of life. This poor schmuck. This is the reason that you can... What world did he think you can just go to the NYPD and be like, I confess to this murder, and they're going to be like, oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It's like, what reaction did he expect?
You think... I would just continue to drink while you're in prison, though. Wouldn't that be fine?
Prison wine, toilet wine.
Prison wine. It'll be great.
Totally. Toilet wine is one of the finest
How do you make
liquid.
toilet wine? Can we Google it? Can we look at that?
What you do to make toilet wine is you get fruit from the commissary and you ferment it, and then you
Which is just leave it under your pillow like it's some sort of liquor fairy is going to come and make it into the thing that makes you
remember
happy.
the drunk moose? He ate fermented fruit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got so drunk.
They also they'll also cut ether and stuff like that and drink that shit just like a little shot and you just get trashed off of that.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
man, I
They do it in
love
the auto mechanic shop.
I feel like it's all I would do in prison is just try to get fucked up.
try to figure out how to get fucked up in the brewing process.
And
I mean,
beat off.
you know, they're like master brewers in their own right. They're a real Sam Adams of the prison. You know, if you figure out how to make the perfect liquor cocktail in your
Nothing
toilet,
else to do, man.
super popular guy.
You think they're like, we send scouts to find the finest commissary items for
Absolutely.
our brewed
Apple cores and banana peels and shit.
The vineyard must be beautiful.
That would be a better way to give up drinking is to only drink prison wine, even if you're not in prison, right?
I think it's Mad Dog
Isn't it
2020.
awful?
Yeah. It's MD 2020.
Y'all drank MD 2020 before?
I loved it.
I took a sip.
Oh my god.
What is it? I don't know.
Oh,
about
Mad
this.
Dog
guy
2020.
Is it like Mike's Hard?
No.
Oh no.
Holden,
Not like
we
Mike's
can't
Hard,
bring up
you
Mike's
fucking
Hard
pussy.
lemonade.
Is it like Mike's Hard?
Did you ever drink that?
ice?
The first thing I ever got drunk off was a Xena. Remember?
Oh, really? Yeah,
Zima.
yeah, that's right.
Zima, yeah.
Zima.
Oh, that was
Something
I ended up pissing in the fire having a dog like marshmallows off my balls. So don't drink Zima.
Don't worry, it's not around anymore.
Thank Christ. Did you ever drink the Mike's Hard lemonade?
I drank the Mike's Hard. I think the first thing I got drunk off of though was Ice House, which is like a bullet to the brain. It's so
man,
bad.
Ice House is great.
Whoa, I hated it. I couldn't believe because you didn't know like beer was just bad back then, no matter what. So like you couldn't tell the difference. Yeah.
You should walk into a police station and just confess to drinking Ice House 20 years ago. They'll probably give you 15 to life. It is disgusting.
I remember actually thinking that Ice House was a good beer.
Was a good beer. Yeah, that was the
marketing
beer.
campaign behind it was amazing.
Yeah. When we used to steal beer, we could have stolen any beer.
And
But when we
Ice
stole
House.
beer, we stole Ice House
We
and Red
requested
Dog.
it. Yeah, we
Red
requested
Dog.
Ice House.
I used to drink Red Dog all the time.
So
God, it was
nasty.
awful.
Yeah, horrible, horrible. beer.
I feel like that's the reason you got away with it. They were like, oh, they're thieves, but they're humble. You know, they're good people at the same time.
I found like chunks of hamburger patty in an Ice House one time.
No way. I love
Nasty
it.
beer, dude.
Oh, that would be so perfect. Beef beer. Beef, they could call it.
Did you just get hard, Ben? Did that?
Yeah, if I could somehow drink a beer that had meat in it, I would never have to do anything else with my life.
You wouldn't need a girlfriend anymore.
Coors Light beef beer.
Oh, it's so good. It's literally the banquet beer, and then it's a dinner and it's a beer.
It's
oh, it's
what's
fun.
for playoffs.
Oh, what would be the best meat in beer? It's got to be beef.
Pork.
Sausage.
Bacon.
Dick.
Bacon beef. Or dick.
Yeah. Stir it around. Get
I'm
that
just-
top frothy.
Well, you have like different goals than the rest of us, man.
All one love.
James, what was the first alcoholic beverage you ever consumed?
I was thinking that. I think it must have been Goldschlager.
Spoken like a true gay man. Unbelievable. I will only drink things with shreds of things that came from things that people mind.
It was awful. It was Goldschlager and tequila over several weekends.
You know
And I
what?
don't drink either of those anymore.
Now that you mentioned tequila, that's actually the first thing I ever got drunk off. 18 shots of tequila. And I called all of my brother's
First
friends and I said,
time?
"You don't like me. You don't like me." And I cried. And I was like, "I love
Shots
booze."
your first time?
Dude, I'm telling you, I got a body for it. I can just drink and drink and drink. Welcome back, Dave. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck AA.
Ultimate enabler. This man is the ultimate enabler. Literally
fucking
grabbing
sucks.
people and putting them back on the bar stool
Fucking
physically.
enabling his friend from states away.
States away.
Could you heroically burst into an AA meeting with like guns blaring, like "Come with me"?
I want to show up at an AA meeting with guns blaring, but they're not guns. There's t-shirt guns, and I got a fucking little shooter girl with me, and I'm like, who wants to have not a terrible time? I know where you can get free shirts and some free booze. Follow me. I'd be the drunk Pied Piper, and I'd take him to cheap shots, and I'd be like, you're not leaving till you puke, dude. You're not leaving till you puke.
You just want to be Duff Man.
Duff Man.
Oh, man, you'd be a great Duff Man.
I'm a little too fat, though. Duff Man's so buff. I feel like
You can look buff if you have a tight enough outfit on.
Yeah, if we
like
just move the
computer
fat
generation.
around and then
Yeah,
put
like
it...
in that suit, you almost look like you're a dude who's in shape.
Suitor Day. It's Saturday Suit Day.
Yeah,
Wearing a suit. He's wearing an 18-piece suit right now.
For no reason.
It's from Jay Billis.
from Jay Billis?
What is
He's
that?
the ESPN commentator for college basketball. Oh, you guys don't know him?
No.
You went to his estate sale or something?
I did a commercial that he was doing. He was selling KFC's new chicken poppers, and I showed up as his body double, and my hand was in the shot, so that's pretty fucking good. And the thing was, I don't have a suit, and I said, Jay, that suit looks so good on you. He's like, oh, do you want it? And I said, no, Jay, I couldn't take your suit. And then he said, are you sure? And I said, oh, you know. And then I kept on eating the cheese, and I was so sad, and I was eating so much cheese that he just gave me the suit.
God.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Worst.
The commercial, man. The commercial that I did, Jackie. The commercial.
In the suit, he gives you the suit. In the commercial, he gives you the suit?
No, in real life, he gave me the
real
suit.
He just gave you a suit.
Yeah, because it wasn't his suit. It's a Calvin Klein
Are you
suit.
home?
You see, because Ben
the
does this thing
saddest.
where he trips through life and just sort of people just help him and constantly give him things and sort of.
At the men's warehouse, if you come in and eat enough cheese, you're going to walk out with a wonderful suit.
You're gonna like how fat you feel.
I guarantee it.
I'm loving it. KB, what's the first thing you ever drunk on?
Man, I think it was just a Bud Light, man. I just fucking weak. It wasn't anything ridiculous.
That's not right. I love this guy for confessing to the police, though. I really think we live in a corrupt justice system. If you can't confess to a murder 20 years later, I mean, theoretically, he already did his time. Had the cops done their job and actually busted him when he murdered him, he would be out of prison already.
Can he plead some kind of double jeopardy? Be like, I know I wasn't charged for the first time, but it already happened, so can't I just, like, double jeopardy?
I don't know if you can just yell that and it works.
Think if you scream double jeopardy, then it's fine.
Eddie, if you had to go back...
No, the 17th Amendment.
If you scream double jeopardy, all charges are dropped.
All charges are dropped.
Eddie, if you had to go back in time... Oh, I'm sorry, Holden. What were you
I
saying?
was just gonna say, doesn't he feel like he's now on the right side of things? I mean, you said he was racked with guilt. Maybe he feels like he's on the right side of the bars now. He should be serving his time.
I guarantee you he's regretting his decision.
I'm sure, but
He's also racked up more than 25 arrests since 2003 for drugs, burglary, and grand larceny.
Jeez.
So he would have been fine if he just confessed to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why do you got to confess to the big one?
95% honest.
And his rapper name is G-Depp.
G-Depp?
G-Depp.
What does that mean?
Definitely going to be in jail for 15 years. Hello, Jackie, I love you. Let's get married. Eddie, if you had to confess to one crime that you did in your life that you never got busted for, what crime would it be?
Why would I do that over the air?
Well, Ed, I mean, we're not the police. We're not going to arrest you.
We're on a podcast, not broadcast. Anything goes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. I think I might have gotten busted for everything I did. Oh, I sold a lot of rolls.
The illegal drug selling you think you're busted for.
exactly how many rolls and what were the dates of the sellings of those rolls? Don't answer that, Ed. Try to attract.
We literally all just got busted with weed last week, and we have to find somebody to turn into the cops. Otherwise, we have to go to jail for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any more.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
out.
Good, Eddie.
Out. Check
Jackie,
with me in a week.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I would love to do some rolls again. What are rolls? That's just ecstasy, right?
It's just a whole bunch of drugs mixed together, and they call it ecstasy.
I love it.
Isn't that the craziest part about ecstasy when you have to like look at it and they're like, oh, if you see darker spots and it's more heroin that's in it, and if you see other things and that's it, it's like that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah.
I think all ecstasy is bullshit.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's all just a mix. And I was talking to someone too. Who's like, I've never done coke. I've never done heroin. I've never done this. Never done that. All I did was rolls. I was like, well, you
holier
did
than thou.
You did all of it. Then you did everything.
Yeah, but to me, like heroin.
All I did was roll,
heroin.
so whatever.
Tons of rolls. Tons and tons of rolls.
Judgmental fuck.
I feel like shooting up is definitely doing like snorting oxy to me is not doing heroin.
Because you did that, so that's why.
Jackie just squeezed one of her nostrils. It's a snorted out like, oh, I've done it. I know how to do it.
This is the one I use.
Oh, it always has an open flow. I call it the old straw nose.
Oh man,
that's mean for me.
Is that mean?
Check it out. I don't have a straw nose. I use $100 bills.
Good for you, Jackie. I got to purchase the drugs that I snort with $1 bills. She's just trying to snort it with a bent up quarter. I can't roll this quarter. I got ecstasy in Minneapolis, but it turned out it was crack, and that was pathetic. I was with Dave, who's out of AA now. Welcome back, Dave.
It's cracked to see.
It's cracked to see. I was like, can we get some ecstasy? He's like, yeah, come with me. We go to a bus stop. The guy takes something out of his mouth, and it's crack. And he's like, oh, in Minneapolis, we call crack ecstasy. I think I've told the story before.
But it's always a good retelling. I mean, I think it's one of the more extreme things you've ever done.
I don't remember this story. I like it.
Yeah, smoking crack on the way back from my going back to Menominee Stout. I didn't have any money.
That's right. Ben did
smoking crack, and then at a gas station where my car's running out of gas. I have no money. We pull into a gas station, and I'm like, oh man, pump it up, dude, and we're just gonna get out of here. Before we could get out, the gas attendant ran out and was like, oh, I hope you're not thinking about leaving. And I'm like, of course not. So I had to call my mother and get her credit card number over the phone at 3 a.m. It was sad.
Dude, watch some episodes of Intervention.
I don't do it anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Just watch those episodes to learn what you need to avoid
exactly.
to get caught.
James, what's the hardest drug you've ever done?
Oh man, I did everything by accident. I did
yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah, I did opium by accident a couple times.
Opium's a lot of fun.
Opium's fun.
I've done coke intentionally. I just
fell on this cock. You know,
that was very intentional. You were very avid about doing the
you don't really. Let's get coke. You know exactly what you're getting into. I actually didn't. I smoked crystal meth.
This becomes one long word. Oh, how was meth?
I smoked crystal meth accidentally because I thought it was like a pot bong that was being passed around, and it got to me, and like
out of a bong.
Yeah, and I took a big rip of what I thought was marijuana.
Oh,
and it just tasted like plastic. And then I passed it to my stoner friend. She was like, "No thanks," and I was immediately something's wrong. And it was like, "What is it?" And she's like, "That's crystal meth." And I just went like, "Mm-hmm," like nodded my head like I was the coolest guy in the world.
Well, that explains why my inside.
For 12 hours.
My insides feel like Tupperware right now. That explains the whole feeling. Crystal meth is a fantastic way to clean
So
up.
yeah, it was a 12-hour up all night situation.
It was crazy.
Were you compelled to beat off a lot?
Well, was with people, so
Oh, okay,
you know.
yeah.
So you were like definitely compelled.
Yeah, it was more like sex acts, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, you just had sex for 12 hours?
Not 12 hours straight, but
No, gay, obviously.
12 hours gay.
Yeah, 12 hours of this unbelievable gay sex.
Which is like 8 straight hours.
Whoa, man.
Wow, that's hot
crazy.
stuff. Crazy.
How much jizz did you ingest?
It was like there was girls and boys. It was just like a crazy like meth fuck party thing.
That sounds so
I could
filthy.
barely work my job for 8 hours.
Not to, yeah, tripping and
Well,
getting
you
your
can
dick
work for a
sucked.
lot longer on meth, my friend.
Oh,
That's for sure.
That's so crazy. You met the girl, you looked at the girl, she's like, "No, thank you. I don't do meth."
Yeah, exactly. That's fun. Did you regret it afterwards? Did you have a good time?
No, I had a great time. I mean, it's like I haven't gone out of my way to do it again because other things are so readily available. Like
that's the
Adderall.
thing.
Why would you ever need to smoke meth?
Exactly.
It's like being on a roller coaster. Well, like when it's done, you're like, I don't have to do that again. But in the middle, you're like, I'm just going to enjoy the ride for what it is, and it's scary.
That's a fun way to tell it, but it was more like rocking back and forth. Like, does this mean I'm evil now? Like,
For the longest time, I would just take hallucinogens and sweat and be like, oh, that was a workout for me, you know. But it's really not.
it's amazing how many places I've done drugs, like hard drugs, in that would be wonderful set pieces for like a Less Than Zero or like Train Spotting or something. You just always end up doing hard drugs, like where the wallpaper's peeling.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's mattress is on the floor.
Oh man, there was this house that was just ran by kids back in high school. There was no parents, but somehow
we
these
had one of those houses, too.
these kids just ran this house, and then one day we got word that at the house that we all like went and did drugs at, they stole 2 nitrous tanks from the hospital, and so there were 2 giant nitrous tanks.
Awesome.
It's a series of elderly people in
I
miserable
thought
pain.
I saw 4 of my friends die. There was this like it was so the
I don't know
biggest
much about
nitrous
it.
balloon, so big. Oh my lord!
What does nitrous do to you?
It just makes you fucking all giggly and shit. And
Yeah,
just
you
like,
take a pause from the rational world.
Yeah, it's hippie,
30
hippie
seconds.
crack.
It's fun.
Oh, it's like sativa.
Yeah, no. It's a lot more wild than that. You just can't help but your voice gets all deep, and then you just like you do that for like 20 seconds, and then you're normal again.
Yeah.
So what
No, you
happened?
guys, you ever? What was it? What the fuck are they called? With the big balloon where
Yeah.
you can the crackers.
Crackers, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Same
I've
thing,
done
except we had a fucking huge tank.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a good time,
So
man.
many
You thought you
people-
saw them die? Like what was going on when you thought they were dying?
Oh, my friend, I had 3 friends turn blue and pass out in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Thought they
yeah.
died.
Yeah. Wow.
Kind of look like they died.
Yeah.
James, you ever have a friend die on you?
No, but
This would be a really fun forum.
but I've,
It would.
I've actually.
Has anybody had a friend die?
I may have walled up an enemy or 2 inside of a brick wall.
Yeah, I've had
yeah?
a friend die.
You
Yeah.
never had a friend die, Ben?
It's
I only had one guy. His name was Paul. He was fantastic. He was super nice, but he jumped off a mountain in Utah. But he was 20. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have any good friend deaths.
Oh, really?
I don't even think he particularly liked me. I really.
Were you with him? Did he?
No, man. Like he was just in Utah taking mushrooms. He was depressed, I guess, and he came from a lot of money, and then he jumped off a mountain.
You have a friend. You have an actual person you know that did the jump off a cliff tripping balls story.
You know, the thing was, he always fancies himself a romantic, and it's truthfully, and he wrote a very long suicide letter. I mean, I think he thought he was going to get published like the dude for Confederacy of Dunces, who offed himself.
Yeah.
But the book didn't. Penguin didn't pick it up, which is sad. But that's pretty much it. I mean,
I want to meet the editor who's like, yeah, I'm the Random House editor for guys who off themselves.
I mean, that was the department that he sent it to. So I don't know. But Marcus, who was the friend that you knew that killed himself, or that died?
didn't
Did he get
kill
hit
himself.
Did
No,
he get
it's
hit by a cow while crossing the street?
No, he was on a motorcycle and someone ran a red light and killed him.
Was it sad?
Sucks, man.
Yeah, it was
Of course
extremely
it's
sad.
sad. That's
I
the
don't know how
dumbest
close they
I've
were.
ever heard.
Yeah, we were pretty close, yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
21?
Oh.
We were both like 21, 20, or maybe 22. It was in college.
And he got hit by a bus?
No, just some
car?
woman who ran a red light. He was on his motorcycle.
What happened to the dude who ran along? Oh, she was on foot, fast. She was fast. What happened to the person who killed him? Did they go to jail? Were they
Yeah,
drunk?
I think she went to jail.
She did?
Yeah.
Was she drunk? That's devastating.
Yeah.
My buddy killed somebody in a drinking and driving accident recently, and I feel so bad for him.
Recently?
And he only became your
Jim.
buddy
Why'd you
after
not
he
tell
killed
me about
somebody.
this?
No, I mean, it was like, it's so sad, man. He was just driving drunk. Wisconsin back streets. You know how those streets are, and same thing with
Oh,
Florida.
yeah. We all know.
You gotta drive drunk. No, I'm telling you, they paved the whole fucking
Cheese
place.
holes everywhere.
It's fantastic.
Do you think he should go to AA, or you're absolutely against it?
He's in prison, man. He's drinking the fuck out of
That's
some
the
of the sweetest
ultimate
hooch.
AA.
If I know Jim as well as I think I do, he is running that goddamn prison, scoring with all the hot dudes who look mildly like women, with that sweet hooch that he's making in his fucking piss toilet.
What I
Dude.
want to know is like, how can I like keep my body hair trimmed if I go to prison or something?
James, if you go to prison, it's what I would call heaven for you.
Yeah.
Because you will
I
do a
don't
fantastic.
like getting raped.
No.
I thought that's what gay men did. I thought it was all rape.
You ever been raped?
Technically,
Yeah. Whatever the definition is that
Why are
works.
you asking me serious questions?
What's going on?
Sit. I'm getting all sad.
You're asking about our friends who died? Like, who's been raped?
I'm thinking about my friends that are dead. I'm thinking about rape.
I've never
Well,
been.
I hope that you should think about him more because that's the only thing that's keeping him alive.
They're dead. They're dead.
Jackie, don't
They're
fucking.
not coming back.
I think it's a fascinating story. Jackie, they are coming back. If you think about them hard enough, they'll come back. If you cry
she's
tonight,
dead.
they'll come back.
She's fucking
No,
dead.
she'll come back if you cry tonight. If you cry and feel lonely, she'll come back.
I'll never cry.
All right, well then she's never going to come back. Nonetheless.
Christ.
No, I've never been raped. I had a trophy shoved up my ass.
You got
Oh,
a
that's
trophy
good.
shoved up your
Good
ass?
way to
Yeah.
get
That's more of sodomized than rape.
Yes, Ben had a trophy when he
being
was.
sodomized.
trophy.
And I stick a few fingers in there when I shower.
It was perfectly consensual.
I loved every second of it. All right, Marcus, let's.
Big ass fingers you got.
Jackie, what is wrong with you?
I'm verklempt.
Why?
Why do you have to feel your breasts when you're upset?
I love when she's verklempt. Holy Lord.
God, she was doing that at work all day long, just like touching her. Like,
And then serving people muffins and coffee. How do they? I guess I mean
That's
it's fine.
dirty, man.
Good tips.
Is that what's is there's one of the milks too in the canister. It just says Jackie. I haven't touched it. I can't get near that one.
Sometimes I lay my breasts up on the counter.
Jackie, don't do that right now in front of me.
And they're just like, oh,
What can I get for thee?
my cigarettes.
All right, Marcus, in happier news, what's the other story?
A man used the lyrics of a violent rapper to boast about killing his girlfriend on Facebook 3 days before he fatally shot her, police have said. Woody Borgella posted, quote, "I smell murder where the wind blows." On the social
It's the worst. Where the wind blows everywhere.
on the social networking site before allegedly killing Laura Ann Evans in her apartment in Brooklyn, New York. This is a song by DMX and 50 Cent called "Shut Up." Here's the actual lyrics. Let's see here. Niggas
Can you
like
rap?
me. Niggas like
It's
me
fine.
might rush your apartment. Bloodstains will fuck up your carpet. Brain on the window. I smell murder every time that the wind blow. Tie him to the chair and then knock out his chin bone.
I love how.
I love that rap. That's amazing.
But
Did he also tie somebody to the chair and knock
I
out
got the chin
bone?
bone.
No.
So he misquoted rap lyrics about murdering someone before he murdered somebody. Yes. That's beautiful.
That's the real crime.
Man, you know what the best part
That's
is?
how they got it.
In this article, they have they wrote everything, and they actually wrote the word niggas, but they didn't write fuck. They just put asterisks.
Well, that's the
What are these niggas doing? I want to know.
Niggas is gone to hell, man. It's out the expletive book. It's gone.
Oh my god! I'm getting onto the subway, and a white dude, all Yankees gear, just like randomly, excuse me, nigga, talking to a black, like a group of like black dudes coming onto the subway. It was weird, and I was like, I don't think that's right. And the entire subway ride after the show last night, the entire ride over to Bowling Green, there was the black dudes being like, "Is that appropriate?" They were like, they were like cerebral conversation about it.
The thing is, nowadays niggas don't know.
And the guy was a total meathead, juicehead, like douchebag, and they were just like, they didn't get upset, but they were just like, what are the social ramifications of him saying that to us as we entered the subway? I don't
politely as possible.
It was bizarre.
Asking for help.
And then they all three just settled on, he was drunk. That was the guy was just
But
drunk.
also, he wasn't saying it in a derogatory way.
The guy was such a douchebag. He thought that he was being cool. I assure you, this man is racist.
They should have beaten him up anyway.
He was big with women. He had all these hot blonde chicks around him.
Oh, he should have beat him up and taken the women. Raped him off the side of the track.
See, that's a lot more racist.
Yeah, that's
I would have said that whether they were black or whether they were white.
I don't know,
if they were fucking
She's
big
like,
blonde bosom women.
Jesus, Jackie, stop touching your tits!
Your breasts the whole podcast. What's going on?
She's like, those black guys would have been in their rights to just rape those white women that had not been in the story at all.
Yeah, exactly, man. What if they were on whole hiatus? What if they were outside of that shit?
That's the thing.
Then beat them up too. I don't care.
I feel like if you're black, though, you can get away with rape. If you're raping a white chick and if you just scream, "My best friend is black," because then it seems like she's racist.
Double jeopardy.
You know what I'm saying? You never know this rule?
I don't even understand anything that you just said.
You punch somebody in the face, dude. You punch somebody in the face. All you say is, "My best friend is black." After you punch him in the face, the implication is they said something racist, and then you're allowed to do whatever you want to him.
Oh, you're right, Ben. You're right.
This is a classic technique.
You can't just say shit that doesn't make sense and expect us to believe it because you're wearing a suit, man.
It's a purple suit. The thing is, that's a fact. That's a good way to get out of a high school fight situation.
Oh, man. Good old Ben with your fake facts.
Yeah.
Flying purple people eater over here.
It is a fact.
It's not a fact.
It is.
It's not a fact.
All right, email.
Well, here's a fact. Here's a fact about this guy, about Borgella. He doesn't even. Let's see here. This was, by the way,
good topless pic, though.
Yeah,
is there
great
a topless
topless.
pic?
Yeah, great topless pic. Yeah,
Definitely. Wow.
yeah. He's got some pecs going on.
Oh, he's ripped.
Yeah, and this is his MySpace profile, by the way.
Tits.
Guys,
so the guy's still on MySpace.
still has them. In fact, his MySpace page has the words, quote, "Take a good look, cause I'm going straight to the top," above his profile, whilst on his Facebook page it says his motto is "Expected the unexpected." I didn't fuck that up. That's exactly what it's. Expected the unexpected. He also lists his religion as Christian and says his job is a mailroom manager.
He's got a good job. He is going right
That's
to
a
the
pretty
top.
good job.
That's not bad at all.
Why did he kill his girlfriend, does it say?
It does indeed say why. Let's see here. Let me find it. In a videotape confession, he is said to have admitted the murder after she accused him of cheating on her. He, in turn, accused her of stealing his marijuana stash.
That's it?
Yeah.
And her first name is Miss. Her name is Miss Evans. Her first name is Miss. Her last name is Evans.
Yeah.
Miss Evans, are you here?
Her name is Laura Ann Evans. Oh. That's the way the Brits do it. This is from This is from the Daily Mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She stole the weed. Not appropriate.
Yeah,
Wait a second. We're talking about over the seas, and we're not talking about that spontaneous combustion that you were telling me about the other day?
We already talked about that on the last podcast on the left.
Oh.
But we can talk about it.
We can talk about it now. In fact, let me give a little bit of backstory as far as the spontaneous combustion goes. Is that a man in Ireland spontaneously combusted? Whenever they found his body was completely charred, and all they saw was it was charred all around his body, just like in a circle, and the ceiling right above him. But no fire anywhere else, no other foul play. The coroner ruled. Cause of death, spontaneous human combustion. First recorded case of it in 20 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Was it really hot, or what was he running in place or something?
That's why I don't move.
It typically happens whenever people are alone. And it typically happens to
They're very, very lonely.
Yeah.
Does it like happen in the restaurant or
people.
anything?
No, people who are very lonely, usually smokers, drinkers, and people who are standing near fireplaces or chimneys.
And
All
what better place to drink and smoke?
than
near a fireplace.
Near a fireplace, of course. But yeah, that's what happened with the spontaneous.
Interesting.
I think it's pretty great though that the coroner his final result is that it's spontaneous combustion when in reality they can't prove that it exists yet.
No, they did. It's proven.
Yeah, but they don't know how it happened.
No, they don't know how it happens.
So
there are some
is it
theories.
proven
There's
that
a bunch
it
of
exists,
legitimate
though?
theories.
Yeah, what are some theories?
But there's there's not one that's pinpointed.
I mean, have you heard about also recently the particle that scientists made move faster than the speed of light?
Oh,
Yes,
I heard
and
about
which means that,
news hasn't gotten to me yet.
which means E equals MC square may be wrong.
Yeah.
Really?
Might be disproving all of the theory of relativity if it's true. If it's true.
I was thinking it seems like every time there's like big science news, all it is like, hey, guess what? Everybody thought was true is no longer any true anymore.
Yeah, that's what science is all about, man.
They just keep disproving stuff. So stop believing in things.
Kevin, what are some issues
Believe
with
in nothing. Be a nihilist.
spontaneous
The
combustion?
world was
I mean,
flat.
I don't know. I mean, I was just reading shit off of like when I saw that article too. But it's like there's chemicals in the body that can ignite.
It's the methane. Yeah,
There's
I'm
methane,
into that
ethanol,
theory.
all that shit.
If you're like fat and you like twist your fat and jiggle it up and liquefy it enough,
And then fart a bunch.
They did say that. As
It
one
smells
of the-
like
as one
murder
of the-
is in the wind whenever Eddie farts.
Oh man, I was fucking woo.
So,
Man.
Yeah, it's the
What was your fart joke
smell.
earlier? I liked it.
oh,
Say
it's
it on
that's
air.
funny.
really good.
Hey, what do you call a whore who farts?
What?
A prostitute. So that's kind of fun to think about.
kind of fun. Kind of fun. Winning
So-
jokes for a Friday afternoon.
It's just the methane in the body that forces you to combust. Is that all it is, KB?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I just read shit off of when I.
But when you read things, you memorize and you know things. When I read stuff, I'm just like, that is not porn.
You're just saying because Kevin's smarter than you are.
Yeah, of course, Kevin's
definitely
smarter than me. Everyone's smarter than me.
Oh man.
I love it, man.
Yeah, you have to. Either that or you just get sad.
Yeah, that's true. So does it happen to mostly fat people internally combust?
No, there's not really any specific body type or anything like that. It's just people.
Is there a way to harness this energy?
That's the thing.
Possibly. Into an internal spontaneous combustion engine.
That would be amazing.
Fashion a sort of rickshaw.
That would definitely be the way to go out, though. I think that's great.
that
I
would
would rather
roll.
that than dying in my sleep.
That's kind of like an Obi-Wan Kenobi way to go.
I really hope that's how Holden dies.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, look what I can do.
I feel like we would just end up finding him dead, though. I don't want to have to see Holden's corpse after he's dead.
See, that's the thing. I want
do.
everyone to see it. I'm going to make it a point for
You're
you.
gonna be all naked.
Yeah, exactly. I want them to take my corpse and stick a spear up through my ass and out my neck.
Like Hannibal Collins.
Exactly.
I'll take care of that. Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, Jackie just said Hannibal Holocaust.
You are a piece of shit, Marcus.
I love you, Jackie.
So how do you want to go? You want to put up your
put a
anus?
spear up my ass and out my mouth. That's not how I want to die. It's
You
just
just
how I
wanna go
want to
on
be
top.
That's how it was
displayed at the
presented, yeah.
funeral. Yeah. And then you have to hug me for 5. Everyone has to get in line and hug me for 5 minutes.
That's not a tradition in anybody's family.
Oh, yeah.
Hug the body.
Hug them, exactly. Hug the body.
I totally got you. Don't worry
Hell
about
yeah,
it.
that's gonna be my fucking dude for this shit.
I'll
man.
have
I
such a
love
good
it.
time just
Definitely.
ramming that spear.
All my ex-girlfriends have to come and be. They have to come. All my ex-girlfriends have to come and be bottomless, only bottomless, with a shirt on, and come up and hug me. For
Who are
5
you, like a
minutes.
pharaoh or something?
I mean, you would think. It turns out he was working
Bring
in the
them
mailroom.
before me.
You realize you have
Killed in the
no
morning.
authority over anybody. Nothing.
That's the thing. I'll have to figure out some kind of spell or something I can put on people to make them do it.
You'll do it.
Thinner.
Oh, I thank you.
Right? I wish.
I would love it, Marcus. If you died, you want open casket or closed casket?
I'd say open. Well, it depends on the manner in which I die.
If you internally combust, what are you going for?
Well, I'm gonna go for closed casket.
Whoa, man!
I mean, if I internally, oh, you want to see my charred corpse?
I want to see the
Why
makeup
not?
put over your charred corpse. You want to see the lips?
You want to see them put the putty on me and just
They
like.
just put like a bank robber's like Nixon mask over him, you know? Like they don't even try.
I knew you couldn't trust him.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
But if I,
A charred corpse with a Nixon mask.
Yeah.
Don't go to that funeral having withdrawn from any
He
heroin. or
will
anything.
not be missed. I just can't wait to get out of this room. So finish up the funeral and
There he is, and adios.
There he goes.
Or it'd be fun to do like, what's that movie? Fuck, I can't think of it.
My Girl?
My Girl, exactly. Go out with the bee stings would be fantastic.
Just beast.
Do you guys really have a connection there? You got My Girl?
No,
off
I was
what he
thinking of a
saying?
totally different movie. The
I
one
was
where
just thinking of dead people and Dan Aykroyd.
the one where what? I was thinking of Dan Aykroyd.
I love you.
No, but the one where Dan Aykroyd's a judge. The one where they have to go. on
Nothing But Trouble.
Nothing but trouble. It'd be great to
Yeah.
go through the roller coaster ride to be disposed of your corpse.
Yeah,
It'd be
and
kinda bad.
then the two fat guys, like, well,
What was it?
Oh,
Bobo
yeah,
and
Bobo and something else.
Yeah.
That would be a good disposal.
Yeah.
We're so
Which
funny.
Dan Aykroyd played, what did he play? 2 or 3 different roles, because he played the judge and he also played one of the fat guys.
John Candy was the woman, right?
John Candy was the woman in
John
the band.
Candy played
And-
3 roles.
I love
Dan
John
Aykroyd
Candy.
played 2.
Yeah.
And that movie sucked.
And that movie was so bad.
By the way, do you guys know who was in that movie? Tupac Shakur.
Oh, yeah, he was dancing in the background with Digital Underground.
He's just a background actor?
Yeah, he was in the whenever Digital Underground got arrested and taken before the court, and they sang the song in order to be free again.
Which is a reason.
Tupac.
That's what that Travell character should have done.
Yeah, he
confessed
should've-
to the murder that he did 20 years ago, and then sing a
dance
song.
and
And
put
then
a big
out.
fake
You know
nose
what?
on and talk about this.
It would have been great. They would have let him go.
It would have been, but you know what?
That's the power of music.
And you know what? I got a jail story for you guys.
Let's do it.
Lorenzo Pollard, 31, escaped a medium security facility in St. Louis after fighting off some dozen guards with homemade nunchucks fashioned from bed sheets and a chair.
I love it. Yes. Good. I'm glad he's free.
He used the weapon to smash through glass blocks and then scaled 2 razor and barbed wire fences to make his escape.
So he's all slashed up by the time he got over.
That's
Oh, he deserves
awesome.
to be free. He definitely
Yeah.
Is he
deserves
still
to be
free?
No, he was recaptured 2 days later.
That's fucked up. They should let him stay
Let
free.
him go.
That is such a great feat.
They came at it. They caught him with a bunch of sides
Just
and ninja stars.
Send him to Peru.
Out of other dining room material.
Or why not capture him and then turn him into the world's most ultimate killer? And like,
Maybe that's what they
you
did,
know,
though. You don't know. Maybe that's exactly what they did.
reprogram.
Why aren't more prosecutors offering that plea bargain? All right, we'll let you out of prison if you become a hired assassin.
There's actually a
that's
comic
the
book
kind of world I
called
wanna live in.
Suicide Squad, which is exactly that premise.
Holden,
Sounds great.
Holden, if you were a warden of a prison, what would you do with the most badass prisoners? What would you do to entertain the masses?
Well, first of all, I'd be named King Duke. What I do to entertain the masses? I mean,
I want to watch it, man. I'm lonely. It's Saturday. There's nothing going on. Don't like college football. I want to see a couple of ex-cons
And they wanna-
doing something on the big
oh
screen.
yeah, like
It's-
going at it in
it's-
that kind of way.
It's going to be hard not to have some kind of death fight.
Well, no, I mean not necessarily. It could be a positive game of Scrabble.
Yeah, or maybe a marriage.
Maybe. I'm open to anything. I'm in the mood to cry.
Let me ask you, now that gay marriage is legal, can prisoners get married in jail?
I don't know.
James?
So
Yeah, why not,
Why
right?
not?
Why
Get
not?
married
I mean,
anyway. I mean,
It's still a pretty uphill.
I don't
climb
know
for
if-
the stigma and all that stuff. I mean,
they have to be two big dudes.
just because it's legal doesn't mean it's easy to do.
Oh man, if they get married in jail, does they get to share a cell or no? Oh wow, so
I
many
don't know, but
options.
This is the show.
Right, the conjugal visits.
Prison love.
prison love. Yeah, that's the show. It's a, yeah,
Have you seen Locked Up? They've got that, except it was a man and a woman. The woman was in the female part of the prison, and he was in the male part.
And they never
of the
got to have
prison.
sex with each other.
No, they had conjugal visits.
Occasionally, but they couldn't really love each other when they needed it most.
But they loved each other the most because they had to go up those hills to love each other.
You're telling me walking through a whole series of white supremacists to find the one that you love isn't an uphill battle? It's tough out there in the prison yard.
You don't know anything about prison.
I've been there.
No, you haven't.
I watched Scared Straight, though.
Okay, that's.
And I will say, none of those prisoners looked like they were scared straight.
Man, the newer seasons of Scared Straight are fucking bullshit. They don't scare those fucking kids.
Oh, man.
Those kids are laughing at them afterwards.
The first ones were awesome,
The
man.
first ones were awesome.
Hold my pocket. Hold my pocket, motherfucker.
Hold my pocket?
Yeah. They pull his pocket. That's how you know who's their bitch. They'll pull their pocket out of their pants and they'll make their bitch hold their pocket while they walk down the hall.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
That's just to show like who you own.
It's the closest thing they have to a purse.
Yeah. See, hold my pocket.
That is such a great bitch move.
It is, man. Oh, man. I got to do that.
I got to do that to my intern.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why aren't you holding Marcus's pocket? You're going to hold my pocket now?
Oh, you don't want to hold Eddie's pocket.
It's all wet.
Oh yeah, hold on. You could just slip a finger in my pocket, so you don't have to hold Eddie's pocket.
It's so bad because prison is like dehumanizing enough, but then to be like dehumanized by people who are already being dehumanized, it must be just terrible.
It's the best.
Not to have any
great.
power
That's
in a place where you have no power
That's the
must
point.
just be so depressing. No, but some people, I
You
think
gotta
if
get buff, man. You gotta fight back.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I watched Lockup, and there was a real scrawny dude about
It's
5'3"
so good.
who was like Napoleon over the place.
Look, sometimes you can come to a mutual arrangement too. It's not always like, what a horrible thing.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be like, all right, let's face facts here. We're like sailors at sea.
Oh man, you ever see Lady Vengeance?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, it's all about women in a
Or
Japanese
just a couple of
prison.
young sailors.
If you remove the rape
So,
aspect, then it's
Prison
awesome.
is fun if you just make believe.
Yeah.
Just like. Just like pretend that we're not here, and it's sort of cute, like what we're doing.
Ultimate Warrior, and I'll be Iron Sheik.
And let's like wrestle around, and it's like,
we'll just wrestle it.
oh, I love it, man. You would do well in prison. I would.
Yeah, I got all kinds of schemes.
If you ever go to prison, I'm going to go to prison, and I want to be with you. James, I can't be gay in the outside world because I'm not gay enough because there's women around. But if there was no women around, my friend, I would love to have you inside of me. You're welcome, James.
what is the least morally offensive crime we could commit? We'd just be able to spend 2 months together.
Steal a cop car.
Oh, that might be 6 to 8 months. We might not like
That's a
each
good
other.
joyride, though.
Yeah.
That's fun, though. That's a good way to go to jail. Stealing a cop car, just go cruising.
Oh, 2 months breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'll break into your place, and then you call the cops on me, and then
And
And then there'll be
you have weed on you.
there'll be an altercation, and
No, you guys
don't worry.
break into my place. I'll call the cops. And you guys can go to jail.
And we'll get a live fire gun. We'll get a live fire gun with only 2 bullets, just to make it all realistic.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you, given my unhealthy diet over the past 30 years of my life, you will fit nicely. My butt is large.
And with that, we have a segment from Holden McNeely.
In my butthole, yeah.
All right. Segment today
Wink it.
has a lot to do with death. Lots to do with jail. We've been talking about death a lot today. The segment is what's your famous last words? So let's say tomorrow you go into the hospital, check on those nodes you've been feeling on your up in your inner ear. Oh, is that in your throat? Yeah, you've been feeling some nodal lumps, and they say you got 3 weeks to live, buddy. Cut to 3 weeks later. We're like 3 weeks from tomorrow. You're fucking bleeding out of your ass, and you're fucking puking and shit, and you're skinny as fuck.
Why is this how I have to die?
This is the way you're dying in this scenario, man, for your fucking words, bro. Your ass blood, dude.
Totally changes my answer.
That's the thing. Yeah,
Well,
you fucking got blood. Just,
I mean, that's the thing. My last words would be like, "Oh, my ass with the blood," and then my butt. Oh
Like-
no! Oh no!
you're fucking sweating milk and weird shit's going on. Just like,
that's
yeah,
great. That
green
sounds awesome,
shit's coming out of your corners of your eyes, and they're like, "Oh, what's your last words?" And I'll start. I think. What I would do is I would grab my family, my mother, my father, and my brother would all come into the room, and then I'd call for the oldest nurse in the hospital to come in.
I would ring for the bell.
Ring the bell for the oldest nurse to come in. I just fucking feel
The
up on her
smallest stuff.
titties and fucking make out with her and shit. And then I point at my brother and be like, "This is your real mother. That's the one. She's it. And I don't want you to fucking know that shit." And then I maybe a couple more tit feels just for my own peace of mind. I'd die.
These segments are always
He's
just
like-
confessions.
He's Holden. He's like I like the way he licked his lips. Like, yeah, that's the way it's gonna be.
So proud of himself.
Yeah.
All right,
Fucking monster.
Kevin. What are your last words going to be?
I guess it's just gonna be like, damn, they got me.
Yep.
Whoever it was, they got me, man. The disease, they got me. People got me, they got me.
That's a good tombstone thing too. They got me.
I'm going to go with I did my best to make them laugh. I did my best to make
So upsetting. Your parents just be like, "What a disappointment."
I would say, excuse me, everybody. I'm on in 5.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Jackie, what do you say?
I wish I could have been better than Henry.
Good stuff.
Mine are, listen, everybody, if you could do me a favor and just get away from me when I die. While I die. I just want to die alone, so just get out of the room. Just
That's sad, Eddie. I'm gonna be right there holding your hand, being like, "No, he doesn't mean it. Eddie doesn't mean it. Stay in the room. We have to watch Ed die to make sure
would
he's
have
actually
lived
dead."
another week if you hadn't been insisted on touching him.
That's your curse too, Ed. Ben will be in that room with you,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
You know
I'm
it.
sorry, there is no way that I'm dying before Ben.
There's the way. You wouldn't believe it. I will never die. Marcus, how are you going out, my friend?
USA! 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 USA!
This has been the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Everybody, for Jackie Zebrowski, Ed Larson, Holden McNeely, Kevin Barnett, Marcus Parks, I'm Ben Kissel. Thank you so much, James, for being in the Chuckle Hut.
Yeah.
Why, of course. Thanks for having me down, folks.
America is the best country. We'll talk to you soon. Magustalations. I'm looking forward to it. Show time.
USA!
USA! USA! USA!
Bing bong.
The Chinese are not going to be impressed by that.